Hello everyone, I'm Susan D. Rick, Interim President and CEO at Lakeridge Health. Over the last few months, the COVID-19 pandemic has challenged all of us, professionally and personally. It has created a lot of stress and is hard on all of us, both emotionally and psychologically. It is so important for all of us who are front and center in the COVID-19 response to take care of ourselves so we can give our best to our patients and to our families every day.
Hi everyone, it's me, Tony Stone, the Chief of Staff. These really have been unprecedented times for all of us. And it reminds me about the need for me personally, and you too, to do some reflection. I think about how hard we've all worked together and kept our focus on managing ourselves, our teams and our patients, and keeping ourselves safe through the whole first wave. And now I think it's a good time for us to really learn some skills and some tools, and I count myself in that, as we really prepare ourselves for the fall and winter, and we have the ability to understand how we can decompress even as we manage our way through the rest of this pandemic.
In this week's video blog, Sean Hillman, clinical ethicist, will lead us through a simple mindfulness and breathing exercise that we can all do at home or even here at work during a break. We hope you take the next few minutes to join us.
Welcome everyone to this first video Mindfulness Minute. My name is Sean Hillman. I'm the lead ethicist for the Lakeridge Health System, and I've been practicing breathing awareness for about 20 years and teaching it for about 30 years. So we're going to start off. I'm going to explain the benefits of this technique, a very simple and portable technique that you can take with you and do anytime, anywhere as you need it. Then give you the actual technique. And then, to stay true to the name of this session, we will breathe together for 1 minute. So this technique is called abiding in stillness. And the abiding piece is fixation on a single object, in this case, the breath. The breath is an ideal object to start with in practicing mindfulness because it's always here and available to us. We don't usually pay attention to our breath, and it also helps connect the mind and body in a direct and an immediate way. The stillness part of the name of the technique gives the benefit, one of the main benefits, as calmness, or it enhances stillness or serenity. The other major benefit of this technique is increased concentration. So at this time where things have been quite difficult, the more self-care tools that we have for ourselves, especially ones that can be implemented quickly as we need it, is very helpful. So first I'll give some posture points. It's good to be not leaning on the back of the chair because we're trying to strike a balance between alertness and relaxation. We're trying to be alert but not excited and following thoughts, which we'll talk about, and being relaxed but not drowsy. Both of those are hindrances to this particular technique. So not leaning back on your chair helps with this. So imagine that your spine is like an arrow, or that someone is pulling your spine like a string. Straighten it out and then relax it a bit. Nothing should be tight. Leave a little bit of space between your arms and your torso. You can place your hands on your thighs here. Head is tilted slightly down, looking down the bridge of our nose, about 3 or 4 feet in front of us, with what we call a relaxed gaze, not on anything in particular. And when you do this on your own, you can do a quick body scan or a lengthy body scan, depending on how much time you have, starting with the tips of your toes and working your way up to the top of your head at the different parts of your body, looking for any tension and breathing into the tension, imagining that the tension is leaving you, or you can actually consciously relax those muscles. So let's start by taking 3 deep cleansing breaths right into your navel. Imagine you're breathing in clean, fresh, pure air and breathing out any troubles or worries. Let's do this together. Good. Also, this helps us locate our breath. So here's the technique. We're going to breathe normally, not too fast, not too slow, in and out through our nose. And we're going to notice with each out breath the brushing sensation at the tip of our nose. So with the first exhalation, we notice that brushing sensation at the tip of our nose, and mentally we count 1. And then the next exhalation, again noticing the brushing sensation at the tip of our nose, and mentally counting 2. And then for the next breath, we count 3, and then 4, and then we cycle back and start over again and keep counting from 1 to 4. Thoughts are going to come. It's not a failure. It's natural for thoughts to come. It's actually counterproductive to try to suppress thoughts. But we're just going to notice them like a passing cloud. We're not going to chase after them or add fuel to them. When we do notice that we're getting caught up or following thoughts, the practice of mindfulness of breathing is to bring the mind back to the breath, to the object of focus, to the tether of awareness at that time. That's the practice. That's how you strengthen the mindfulness. So every time you do it, it's actually a success when you bring it back to the breath. So when you notice that you're chasing thoughts, start the count over again and go from 1 to 4. So now we'll breathe together, cyclically counting from 1 to 4 for 1 minute. I'll start with a bell, and after the minute, we'll end with the bell and then wrap up. So gently come out of the breathing awareness state. And I'll mention that you probably noticed that my eyes were open. This technique is an open-eyed form of breathing awareness. Eyes are not too wide, not too close, just slightly open. But if you do become drowsy, when you do it on your own, you can open your eyes a little wider, let in a little bit more light, and it will enliven you so you can maintain that alertness. Thank you very much for the organizers for arranging this and for inviting me, and Dan for tech support. And thank you very much, everyone, and be well.